Good morning. Let me have just a little sip of coffee, please. Thank you. I want to treat others the way Jesus treated them. I think you know the passage pretty good if you're any kind of student of the Word. Luke chapter 7, verses 36 and following. I've kind of talked about it a few times. I think there's a great contrast between Simon and how Jesus received this woman. You see, Jesus was open. He sought a relationship. Simon worried more about his reputation. Jesus moved towards her. Simon keeps his distance. He feels that there's a gulf there between his kind and her kind. Jesus forgives and transforms lives. Simon does his best to disregard and dismiss her. I mean, who are we like? Are we more like Simon or Jesus? And what do you think of the typical greeting that was used? Many of the retail stores throughout the holiday. You know, I'm sure they're awfully nice people. But I sometimes go into a store, maybe it's this look, maybe it's this look, maybe it's this wonderful look that I have. But I get the impression that the storekeeper thinks I'm about to steal something. I walk in the door, but 4 or 5 people say, "Can I help you?" "No, I'm just looking." "Can I help you?" "No, I'm just looking." "Let me know if I can help you." "I'm just looking." I almost feel guilty for just looking. And you know, this has happened to me more times than enough. I'm not kidding about this. I go into the store, I'm looking around. "Can I help you?" "I just want to see what, look around and see what you got." And it's almost like they're following me around the store, thinking I'm going to put one of those nice jackets up my shirt and run out the door with it. And the problem with this kind of exchange, the person who walks into the store just looking, I had a plan in mind. I was looking for something to buy for myself. "Can I help you?" And I just don't think it's a good strategy. I almost feel guilty for looking around. I feel like if I come in there and say, "You give me this, give me that," I almost feel guilty. Do you want to know what the top 3 things? How do you treat a potential customer as he walks into your store or business? This is what they tell me. I don't know because I've never owned a business. But number 1, recognize them and if possible, call them by their first name. Number 2, compliment them. Try to engage in some kind of small talk. And you can see if a person's interested. And you can get the idea if that person's going to spend money or not. I like Captain D's food. But what about the greeting as you come and go? They're not even looking your way. They're turned the other way. And I guess when they hear the door open, they're programmed. "Hello, have a great day." And as you leave, "Have a great day." I get the impression sometimes, rightly or wrongly, that they don't care whether I have a good day or not. Somebody told him when a person comes in, "Have a good day." When he goes out, "Have a good day." As I'm walking out the back door, "Have a great day." I think it's so phony. Same idea when we walk into the store. You ever get a stare? Like the employees stare at you. I'm telling you, it's this face, because I get it all the time. I walk in and it's like, I get the stare. They stare at me like I'm about to steal something. Or the days that we're busy, what do you want? Or they're looking down, what do you want here? Don't you realize you're interrupting my day? As you enter a restaurant by yourself, just one. That's the first thing out of their mouth. I walk into the restaurant and you know what he said to me? Just one? I feel like saying every day, no, 25. There's 24 behind me coming. Can I help you? Well, let me sit down, we'll figure it out, we'll see if you can help me or not. But would you let me get in the door? This canned, phony, sounding speech. Jesus never. He never was involved with that kind of thing. Simon the Pharisee, the religious leader, and he provides the worst kind of greeting. Simon ignores even the most basic way a person should be treated. Water, a towel, feet raised, a kiss on the cheek, just a common greeting as he's invited into the house. But Simon ignored every one of these things. And Jesus is sitting back. No water, no feet, no. He ignored everything. Just there was no common greeting. And then when somebody else comes along, we wonder, what's wrong here? I want to love like Jesus. I want to forgive like Jesus. I want to pray like Jesus. I want to be patient like Jesus. I want to be long-suffering like Jesus. I know I fall short. Hey, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to write it down and hold it against me. I know I fall short. But it's not for the lack of want. I want to be Christ-like in everything I do. I want to help people. I want to go the extra mile. I want to do for them what they can't do for themselves. May God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.